It's time for the Nate Hawkins Show. Learn all about Heritage Hills basketball straight from the coach. The Nate Hawkins Show, exclusively on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome to this week's Nate Hawkins Show. Coach, last week you took on Cal City away, came out with an 83-55 victory. And last night, or Tuesday night, it was last night, you came away with a 52-43 victory over Princeton.
Yeah,
for us.
Yeah, I thought last couple of games, I think we've had some really good moments throughout both games. Not perfect by any means, but better, and that's what we've been striving for. Start with the Tell City game. I thought it was important to just find a way to get a win on the road, which is what we talked about the week before, and I thought we were able to do that. We came out firing, hitting shots, but they were as well, and then we really locked in our defense. That second quarter held them to 4 points. Built a 17-point lead and then just kind of expanded from that point. But to be able to go out and score 83 points against any varsity team is pretty good. So we were real happy with that production. Just made shots, had a lot of guys hitting shots. And then, then we turned our attention over to Princeton. Princeton is they might be the best 3-win club and definitely in this area, that's for sure. They're getting better. Got a lot of young kids playing, but they're talented, getting better. Do a good job running their stuff. Don't really turn the ball over. And I thought we just did a really good job of guarding them. And what was really encouraging was it was probably one of the first games that I felt like we played where we didn't hit shots and we found a way to win. And, I thought we showed incredible toughness there in the fourth quarter, especially those last 4 minutes. It was a 1-point game with 4 minutes to go. And from that point, they didn't score another basket. And we executed well down the stretch, got the ball where we needed it to go. We hit some free throws. Just a really solid win to finish up senior night and get that win. It was really neat for our 3 seniors to be able to leave with a win as well. So very pleased where we're heading as we're getting ready to head into this week's games.
And more importantly, two more conference wins last weekend.
Yeah, and we end up finishing the conference slate 8-4. And I feel like maybe early portion of the conference season we weren't playing real well, and maybe we had lost a couple that we feel like we could have won. But I think we learned from it, and to be able to take this young ball club out there and get 8 conference wins, and this year where we had a lot of question marks, a lot of youthfulness, a lot of inexperience, just shows the progress that this basketball team's made, and now we're up to 13-9 overall after kind of coming out of the gate 1-3. Just really proud of this basketball team, Joe.
And we'll be back on the Nate Hawkins Show right after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brothers Communications.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
And we're back on the Nate Hawkins Show. And Coach, this week you get to play at Perry Central at home. Is that at home?
It is on the road. Yep.
Okay, it's on the road, yeah. And we interviewed Coach Rutherland earlier today, and I think you and him are on to realizing that some things are more important than basketball.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we had our Coaches versus Cancer night. I think we talked about this back for the Southridge game, and now Perry's they're hosting one this weekend for the Barnett family, and it's just something that we just really look forward to doing and helping out in any way. Our community was just huge, came through really big for their family when we had our Coaches versus Cancer night, and we expect both communities to come together on Friday night and really come out and show out, and we'll be able to give a lot back to the family as well. So, and as we said, there's more important things than basketball sometimes, and we just want to do our part, and we really think a lot of that family.
And it's great what you guys are doing, but there's also a basketball game. Why don't you preview the Perry Central Commodores for us?
Yeah, and Jeff's a good friend of mine. Known him for a long time. Back when I was coach at Forest Park, he was my JV coach. And this is his first year at Perry Central. I think he's done a great job with them. Another little tidbit, my brother's the varsity assistant there for him at Perry Central. There's a little family rivalry, I guess you would say, with the two teams playing, but he's done a really good job with this basketball team. They've continued to get better. They've got some younger guys, got some older guys playing together. I think that it's going to be a challenge. It's always a challenge playing there at Perry Central. They always seem to play really well, and our kids are going to have to be as locked in as what we were last night against Princeton on the defensive end in order to be able to go down there and find a way to win. But it's another opportunity for us to win on the road, which is something that we need to do. I mean, we've played well at times on the road, and we've struggled at times on the road. So we're going to see if we've grown up and we're ready to go on Friday night. But we expect nothing more than a big-time challenge.
And we're back on the Nate Hawkins Show to preview the upcoming sectional after these messages from our sponsors. You're listening to the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosford Communications.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
And we're back on the Nate Hawkins Show. And Coach, this past Sunday, the sectional draw came out, and you drew Gibson Southern in the first round of the sectional. Why don't you go over the sectional draw for us?
Yeah, one thing about the sectional draw, it's just a fun time. It's time to get your teams together and watch the draw become kind of as it's coming out. But it seems like one thing that you can figure on is Heritage Hills is going to play in game one. Now, who it's going to be against, who knows? But again, this year we are game one. We're playing Gibson Southern. Gibson Southern, very, very good ball club. We played them at third place back on January 7th. We were able to come away with a 7-point win. Really, it was a big time defensive struggle. And early on in that game, we came out, we hit shots, and then kind of went through a lull over the course of that. And we were able to win it with our defense. But we feel like that they're better. We feel like we're better. There's not much you can really take out of that first game. It's going to be one of those. It's going to be one of those games where whoever executes better, whoever plays better on both ends of the floor is probably going to find a way to win this game. And we're hopeful that it's going to be us. We feel like we're ready. We feel like we've made the necessary steps that we needed to do over the course of this season to prepare ourselves to go out and compete and win a sectional championship this year. You got to go one game at a time. I mean, you got to take it one game at a time. Can't look too far ahead. And I think our kids right now are focused on that Gibson Southern game. They know that everybody's 0-0 now. It all starts over. So it's going to be a lot of fun. That Boonville sectional is always it always has a big crowd. The atmosphere is always great over there. And the great thing about it is I think there's some really, really good teams in it this year. Everybody is very good. I think the parity amongst the sectional from top to bottom is really good. So it's going to take whoever's going to win that thing over there this year, which we're hopeful that it's the Patriots, is going to have a really, really good week.
Yeah, looking at the sectional, of course I've been known to be called a homer, and so I'm rooting for Heritage Hills, but there's a lot of teams that could come out of the sectional.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said. I mean, you can just look at it. I mean, we've had success against our sectional teams, but I mean, it's everybody is so well balanced. There could possibly be. There could be upsets or not. I think it's really up for grabs, and to who's going to be playing the best basketball for that week, and and that's what it's going to take. I mean, it's going to take for us in our situation, we've got to play 3 really good games in order to win, and we know as we've went through this that. We have to play well in order to give ourselves a chance to win. And when we play well, we look pretty good. But then, as I said in the earlier about the Princeton game, I think we grew up a lot last night because we didn't shoot the ball well from the 3-point line. And those have been games that we usually struggle in and had a hard time winning. And last night we were able to win it with our defense, and we showed great toughness. And that's what you're going to have in the sectional is you're going to have to get ready to go, and you're going to have to be ready to go, and because every possession is going to be so important this year, especially with the parity that's over there. But we really like where we're at, Joe. We like We like where we're going as far as that tournament goes, and we feel like that we've got a great chance to continue to play on.
Well, Coach, good luck this week against Perry Central.
I appreciate that, Joe, and thanks for having me on again.
And we'll be back on the Nate Hawkins Show next week to preview and get more in depth on the Gibson Southern Titans. You're listening to Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brusper Communications. We'll see you next week.
You've been listening to the Nate Hawkins Show. Learn about Heritage Hills basketball every week. The Nate Hawkins Show, exclusively on Southwestern Indiana Sports Network.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get